Coach, the weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Today, we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Detroit Lions and the Atlanta Falcons. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. 50. Where are they? Three.
Mariota on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
Good job,
the tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is third and long. Mariota. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That goes as a gain of 36 on third down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. They'll get this up to the 34, and a good lane opening up right away for it. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 11 carries, 63 yards.
And how about that momentum run right there? Personally, what I do is I get right back to the line of scrimmage. I come right back at him before they get settled. He's locked in a little bit now. I'll guarantee he wants the ball again.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what their opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. It looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are. And you know what else is happening now? They're gaining information. They're gaining knowledge about how the defense is playing.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here are the Lions now as they get set for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it and gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
And they said balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want it all just heaped on his shoulders, I don't believe. I think they want to make sure they take some of the pressure off.
On first down, Lacey. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. That's complete right around the 8th. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
On 2nd and 9, Mariota. This will be caught by Brown. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. From just shy of midfield, Mariota, and he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make someone miss in the open field.
On 1st and 10, Lacy. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. A good pickup there at 22. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Lacy. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. It's a big play there for the Lions. 43 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way, oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Looking to throw. Lacy, the quick slant caught. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. That's 7-7, our score after 1. shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Second and 1. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. From a yard out. And the Lions have taken the lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work? And it's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a line for... And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 40, the 30, 10, 5, and all the way into the end zone, and that's 2 points.
On the way, let's go.
Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. Don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. And he fields it cleanly. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Throwing on first down. Lacy. Wide open receiver complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Back to throw. Lacy. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Look at me. Go. Pilot, 64, weak.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this.
And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. From the gun, Lacey. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. No surprise there, 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Let's go, defense.
And to give this time to the tailback. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Right back to him on first down.
I got you, boy.
Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Single slot.
From the 39, Mariota. Got him in, it's Brown.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense.
A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And how about the start so far, Charles? 3 first-half touchdown passes.
And that's how you generate excitement on a team. Keep your offense moving at a really high level. And it's also how you establish leadership, by playing that well. 3 touchdown passes, that's the way to lead.
Now he's just hoping for number 4. A well-executed 22-yard gain. This quarterback now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
10 Lobo. Hey, high 7.
On first down, Lacey. His pass caught at the 4. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great effort there. with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Now Mariota over the middle, complete. It's Briggs. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Mariota over the middle here to Brown. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 39. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. So, well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So here are the Lions to take over. They've dropped 4 straight games coming into this one, remember, but they have the lead here. On 1st and 10, Lacy. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Lacy. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. The 2 F's for a rookie quarterback. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now handoff here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Man open left side is Brown. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that'll make this an 8-point game. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Looking to throw. Lacey. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him. Find him.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Blitz coming, and down he goes. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootlegging. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula's not working right now. Now they'll run it on the toss. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards the pickup there. If they're going to try to complete this comeback, they need more runs like that from him, because until that point, he's been virtually shut down.
And based on where they are right now in this game, you would expect the ball to be in the air. But his ability to break off those types of runs, you can get big chunk plays on the ground as well, and he just provided one.
That's it, baby.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Come on.
A quick throw here out to Brown. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Watch the screen.
On 3rd down, Mariota. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. From 21 yards away, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2.
After allowing that last score, the defense knows they've got to tighten things up. Otherwise, they'll let them right back into the game.
Dan Quinn's told his offense, let's try and get 2 more. To throw is Mariota. Goes right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now. So you're not protecting a lead, so you're not playing that way. You've got to go get the lead again. So maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Lacy. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 45-yard line. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Back to throw. Lacy. The throw taken in by Sims. And he's going to get this inside the 30. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Throwing on first down. Lacy. He's got his man on the crossing route. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. An 11-yard touchdown as his guys are able to regain the lead.
And that third counter there gives them the lead, and it's obvious they've needed everything that he's given them today. The 3 touchdowns, that's impressive, but without him, they're not winning this game.
The extra point up and good, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. 2nd and 5 now. Mariota. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. That one a first down pickup of 8. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Ready? 51 to Mike. Mike 51, Mike 51. And it's getting it wrong.
On first down, Lacy. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Mike 51. Here we go. Here we go. Lee Griffin.
Back to the air on second down. Lacey going to throw right side here. Complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
On first and 10, Lacey. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you... And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
After the sack on first down, Mariota. Room here to run. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right,
let's throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On first and 10, here's Mariota. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. First down, Mariota. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brown. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. They'll throw again. Mariota. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Mariota going to bring him up first and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Mariota now. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. On 3rd and 1, here's Mariota. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. O.J. Howard, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Yeah, he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
So this drive spans 7 plays. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, it's very close, one-score game.
Yeah, if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Throwing on first down. Lacy. Wide open receiver complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Looking to throw. Lacy. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw. Lacy. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. That one looks like he'll throw here. Shakes, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. Second and 15. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? Looking to throw. Lacy toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he's been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
The line to gain is the 33 on third down. Mariota. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hart. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 27-yard line. Now Mariota. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So he can't hang on. And as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know. But you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Throwing, Mariota. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. The three straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on fourth. Now Mariota on fourth down. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Detroit, a loss would have really hurt. As it stands, they finished the first half at 3-5. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.